Yep, it's finally here, my customized Keychron K2. It was with a community member on Discord. He was modifying it for me. It took a lot of effort, and even we had to return it once and replace it because there was an issue with the original board. But yeah, I mean, long story short, here we are. Now, as I mentioned, this has been modified already, so this is not going to be a stock experience. I mean, the unboxing would be the same, but this extra package you see is all the leftover stuff after the mods were done. My senpai has replaced the stock red switches with GAT yellows, butter on a budget. We decided not to loop them because they are already so damn smooth. The switch under the spacebar has been looped, and a few other mods have been done. He's done the Tempest tape mod and the foam mod, wire balanced the stabilizers and looped them as well. These stock red switches have been looped as well, so if I ever want to replace my Gatorons, these are good to go. Let's take a look at the keyboard. Nice, even the logo is RGB. The Keychron K2 comes with a detachable USB-C cable, and it also has Bluetooth, so it can pair between 3 separate devices. Inside the package there's a pamphlet with a personalized message for me saying that I should be gentle. That's what she said. And yes, this keyboard can be used with Windows and Mac, and it can switch between those functionalities. I mean, having an option to use it with a Mac or Windows is pretty good. Even if you're just one user, if you have multiple devices, it may help. But I don't really need it. I mean, the only Apple that's in my house is this one. Oh. Here's the keyboard itself, an extra switch puller that we ordered separately, I think, a few extra caps and components, and a USB-C cable. This is, as you know, a 65% keyboard, which I think is a great form factor between the TKL and 60%. The PBT keycaps look and feel great, and there's a height extension on the back, which has rubber feet. Cool. I mean, I get why they call the GAT yellows as butter. I mean, that is really smooth. I think I'll do a comparison later on between the Automoleaniers and the Gatorons to see how much of a difference there actually is. I mean, I can already tell there's a pretty big difference, but let's see after a few days. The keyboard weighs 688 grams with the included 4000 mAh battery. That's pretty respectable. The entire body is made of plastic though, so I'm not sure where the majority of the weight is coming from. We'll open this up another day and see what our boy has done inside. The USB-C port is on the left side along with a switch that allows you to switch between Windows version or Mac OS version of operation, and the 3-way Bluetooth toggle that allows you to turn it on or off or switch to cable mode. The switches are plastic as well, and they feel fine. I mean, they do work instantly, and that's more important. The Type-C port also charges the built-in battery, so as soon as you plug it in, you see an LED come on. And yeah, there's the RGB. I thought it would be a little bit brighter though. Even in a darker environment, it doesn't seem to be as bright as I expected it to be. Mainly because my budget keyboard that I've been using, which is like 4 times less price than this, has brighter RGB. I mean, in real life it's okay, but it's not as bright as I thought. Maybe replacing the keycaps would help out a little bit. But honestly, the keycaps quality is so good, and in real life usage, like when you're looking at this directly, the lights are not too bad. Anyway, let's try to connect it now with Bluetooth. You have to press and hold the function key and either of the 1, 2 or 3 to connect it to any one of those channels. As soon as you do that, it'll show up as a Bluetooth device, which you can pair as usual. And yeah, initial impressions, there doesn't seem to be any lags or delays. That's good. Oh, and by the way, you can change the colors of the RGB by pressing function and the left and right arrows. You can connect to 2 more devices using the same step. And when more than 1 connections have been made, you can switch between them by pressing function and then either 1, 2 or 3. It switches almost instantly, which is really great. And of course, typing on the GAT yellows is a super quiet and buttery smooth experience. I love it. Well, I guess that about does it for the initial impressions. This will be my go-to keyboard from now on. And a whole bunch of you have already asked for my GK18. I will be sending it to the first person who asked. I mean, I'm not looking for like a lot to return from this. I'm just giving it away at half price, I just want the people to pay, because if you get it for free, then chances are you'll take it for granted, So I'm not really worried about the money, but yeah, I think this will pass on to one of our community members. It's in great shape, so I think you'll enjoy using it. Anyways, let me know what you think of the Keychron K2. Of course, this will be my primary keyboard from now on. I'll keep using it and I'll give you my full impressions in a week or two. Keychron is reportedly working on their own software, which they don't have an official one yet, so you can't like set custom key RGB like you can on the Cosmic Byte. That budget keyboard is quite a bit ahead of the Keychron keyboard right now, because they have a head start, I guess. But let's see, once their software comes out, I'll cover it in detail. If you have any specific questions about this keyboard, you can let me know, but keep in mind, this is not a stock keyboard, right? It has been modified heavily, so my answers may not be relevant to the stock version. And of course, you can join our Discord and contact this person if you want him to modify your keyboard as well. He does a pretty good job.